position to the lingering issue in Lagos State, the Lagos politics of, for the first time in the history of Lagos since 1999, the State Assembly is rejecting commissioner nominees in Lagos State by the governor. Here we go. Center for Human and Socio-Economic Rights, CHSR, is a service-oriented and non-governmental organization registered as a corporate body to defend, sustain, and promote the fundamental human and socio-economic rights of every citizen and resident in any part of Nigeria, as guaranteed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. CHSR collaborates with other organizations committed to an ideal Nigerian society founded on participatory democracy, equity, fairness, and rule of law. CHSR works with states and non-state actors, institutions and stakeholders in communities and neighborhoods towards ensuring fairness, equity, justice, and harmony, with the view to curtailing the threat to public peace and violence incidences. The recent rejection by the Lagos State House of Assembly of 17 out of 39 persons on the list of commissioners and special advisors forwarded by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to the Assembly should be a great cause of concern to all well-meaning Lagosians and the public. As social stakeholders, the CHSR is not only taken aback by this resolution, but gravely disturbed with likely fatal consequences. This seemingly totally politicization of appointment into the state cabinet may have disrupted the enviable developmental template of the state of excellence, Lagos. Lagos, as the fastest growing economy in the African continent, has been striving to transform itself into a mega city with global standards and indices to copy. It is equally unchallengeable now center of the nation's economy and political development, which has since the commencement of this republic been jealously nurtured its developmental stride by political stability, unity of purpose, has contributed immensely to the sustenance of its developmental goal. We are most apprehensive on the prospect of slight rupture in the process of the state governance, which we know will invariably have viral effects on the country, sub-region, and continent. When Lagos sneezes, society will catch cold. We know that Lagos landlord is major seaports and airports in the country. The headquarters of all transnational corporations, businesses, financial institutions, as well as first abode to all, irrespective of creed, status, gender, age, or whatever classification. The state governance craftsmanship over the years have never been solely left to the whims, caprices of partisan consideration since 1999. Persons of different hues have had cause to serve in the state cabinet, majority on merit and professional criteria. This, no doubt, has made the Center of Excellence to tap from the reservoir of the best brain in the country. We do not only applaud this unique essence of Lagos governance, but we also unequivocally identify with it, strongly recommend same for states in the Federation, as we strongly want the Lagos State House of Assembly to be wary of throwing away the baby with the bathwater. It is most disheartening that these commissioner nominees were reported to have been rejected on mere voice votes without the assembly putting forward logical rationale that they were rejected for lack of merit. We are not aware that some salient interests are always considered when picking political appointees. For instance, concerns were raised on the imperative to balance religious composition, geographical spread, and even for compensation of loyal political devotees. This, however, are never the overriding consideration merit need to stand toward high above any other factor. This is why we are overwhelmed with awe on how globally acclaimed credible professional like Professor Akin Abayomi of Ministry of Health, who bailed the country out of the COVID-19 pandemic, Mrs. Folashade Adefisayo, Gbenga Omotosho, and Sam Egubi of the Ministry of Education, Information and Budget and Planning.
It is on our notice as an addendum to our postulation that if by today we ask the Lagos State House of Assembly, Lagos State House of Assembly, to give us the rationale of how each nominees were being screened, I think it's not too big for us to ask. I think we are in line. It's not too big for something for us to ask, because to some of us too, we might not be councillor, we might not be House of Assembly or chairman of a local government, but we had participate in organizational buildings. If you want to come as equity, as he said, it has to be clean. In the first instance, the screening should have been televised. Live.
Like the ministerial.
It's not they don't know, they knew. But the game is in the coffin. So you don't spoon feed us a garbage. Even while you having your internal wrangling, keep it there. It should not come to the space, general space of the masses. Either we like it or not, some people might not understand how this connects to ordinary people that did not belong to APC. It connects. And it's from our understanding that we are bringing this up. We are only giving a signal as a patriotic Lagosians. And we are trying to send the message across so that they have their internal mechanism. If they want to do it, they know how best they could do it. But in order not to go beyond on expectations, and it's part of our own responsibility to intimate the public. And that's why we are doing this. Thank you.
Please, before you go. You see, we don't need to politicize, just like from the text, you see that we don't need to politicize development. It will have been another question if those that were screened during the last dispensation before now had any other query or other question within the legislative arms. They did not. They were passed between 2015 to 2019 to 2023. Now that you have come back, there's supposed to be a precedent. But this time around, you are now telling us they are being rejected. All the questions kept on echoing the name of Professor Abayomi, because we know what he did when Nigeria, not even Lagos, because Lagos is Nigeria, when Nigeria was under pressure during COVID. We know how he worked 24 hours to ensure that Nigeria's negotiations were saved. And talk about the education commissioner. She also did her best. And at the level of the information on motor shop, it was upright. But it's not only those people that are trying to, the rest 14 that have been rejected. We don't even know why they are rejecting them, because like Lagosians need to know. When you are screening ministers at the federal level, it was air on live. But the motive behind screening commissioners in Lagos State at the level of committee level is unacceptable.